Two unbeaten teams in the Champions League face off. Who will be the last one standing? At least who will lose is unbeaten and who will stay standing? Well, for this game, there are no newbies to each other.
Yes.
But then it feels somehow like this one is different.
This one,
it looks like for the very first time,
it's looking like a balanced table.
There's a balanced table here. So
because before it's always one
side.
It's
always like this.
But the gap is
always like this.
It's more than that.
It's always like this.
Forget them to 5-1-5-1. The difference is always gap in difference is always very, very wide.
But let's talk about this. Arsenal against Bayern Munich. I mean, for Bayern Munich, for hard, they couldn't have met Arsenal at the better time. Practically every player in the team is doing well right now. Even the defense line suddenly looks forward, solid. I mean, Upamecano and Jonathan Tah have become a really good partnership at the back, and they are now protecting more and more. The forward line, those front three, they are all mad.
It's not unfortunate that Luis Diaz
will not be available because of the red card. He will miss 3 games. But I still believe that in comes maybe what's the name of Car. The young man. It's still going to be Gnabry or even maybe Nicolas Jackson. Whatever it is, it looks like going to be a strong front line. So how do you think Arsenal fares, especially without Gabriel? I mean, they did well during the weekend, but then this is another kettle of fish to me.
Yeah, if you look at Bayern Munich, they are very good. I think it's been coming from last season. We've been seeing it from last season. That was Vincent Kompany's first season, and they were just getting each other. They were waiting to know his play staff, and they won the league. And now this season, they've come out goals blazing, scored goals. They're scoring goals. I can really say scoring goals. Harry Kane is scoring goals. Through Luis Diaz, who they are available. Then look at Luis Diaz is one of the contributing factors to them actually being where they are right now. And then look at it, Serge Gnabry as well. He's found his form back. I think he has the right, coming at the right.
I mean, when a young boy of 18-year-old is starting to threaten your place, you have to give yourself break.
And then they brought, and then a lot of people ask me why they're having a team squad, and then they look to their youth, they look to their academy, and then they brought in the Scar, who's been very, very good for Bayern Munich this season. And then to look at it, the midfield of Kimmich, Goretzka, Pavlovic, they've been also good this season. And then they go to their defense. We have Konrad Laimer, got Jonathan Tah, all of them. It looks like the squad. They are more.
They are even without Afonso Davies, but
it looks like and let's not forget they have no Jamal Musiala this season as well. So this team look like they are more of a team right now, and they are playing fantastic football there. And then if you come to us now, and then before we go to us now, let's look at the match they played over the weekend. I think one of the things I saw was that they considered 2 goals from set piece.
And we know that's what Arsenal is.
We know that's where Arsenal is good. So you look at it, I think you would have looked at it that okay, we are not really good. We are not really good at defending set piece, corner kick, and then they want to do better than that when it comes to corner kick. They got top players in there. They got Tah, they got Upamecano, they got Harry Kane. So these guys will need to protect the goalkeeper more. And if they can do that, I feel they would find a way to actually score goals against Arsenal. Because I think against Arsenal, I think Bayern Munich have more of the possession than Arsenal. And I think though Arsenal is no Paris Saint-Germain. Bayern Munich have more of the possession against Arsenal. And I feel with the likes of the likes of Harry Kane. Harry Kane is not that type of striker that will stay in the box. He's the kind of striker that will come to actually get the ball and try to spray passes, and he's very good at that. And I think that would be one thing that might work for them. And let's not forget, they have this intensity that they always bring into the game as well. When you saw it against Paris Saint-Germain, I think first time they were all over PSG, and it would be the same thing against Arsenal. And if they can get it right against Arsenal, I think that's what it takes to win.
Fahad talked said about Bayern Munich considering 2 separate goals during the weekend. Would that be something that Ateta will be looking at and saying, look, they have who called those set pieces already? So let's just because when we're talking about Barcelona, Chelsea, we talked about the fact that in this kind of game, it's not about philosophy. It's about what gets you the 3 points, what gets you the win. Would Ateta not mind if it's that same set piece something that gets them to know.
Yeah, of course, it has been their strength this season, or let me just say one of their strengths, but we know that their main strength, lies in set piece, and they've been brilliant doing it. Long balls, they've got
corners, as long as it's Declan pulling the balls out.
Even normal throwing, they can do it. But then don't forget that Gabriel will not be available. And of course, you know that
that's a very key ingredient
on their set, because I think this season they rarely score a set piece goal that Gabriel will not.
Zara is
pulling the ball back
into or hitting
it. So, and now that he's not going to be available, maybe. And you remember that over the weekend, all their goals against Tottenham Hotspur, there was no set piece. No set piece goal involved in that game. So maybe because of the fact that Gabriel, who of course is
like the set piece
anchor, is very, very pivotal, is not available. Maybe they are trying to they're trying to explore other options because their main man is not available. Maybe. I'm not saying that they cannot score set piece goal without Gabriel, right? They've got Saliba. Saliba is also good in the air, but we cannot compare his area ability to that of Gabriel. I don't know if Yokeres will be around. We'll be back tomorrow. I mean on Wednesday.
I was going to go there. I mean, let's talk about how maybe. The midfield setup is looking like we know what to expect, but then up front, let's talk about how they could set.
Before we even talk about that, he said something that he feels Bayern Munich will have more people at the Emirates Stadium.
I also feel same.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Arsenal will control possession. They are playing at home. They have this record at home. And if you look at how they play whenever they are playing on their own soil, I mean, they are different team at the Emirates Stadium. And the fact that Odegaard is back, he might not be involved in that game. No problem. They have options. They have quality midfielders. They have Declan Rice, Merino, Declan Rice, Zubimendi. These are players that are also technically good. They are technically gifted. The reason why Bayern Munich were able to dominate possession against Paris Saint-Germain is because of the fact that Paris Saint-Germain, maybe I would just say that they didn't turn up in that game, and the fact that there is this intensity of Bayern Munich, they've not lost a single game this season. They have known to score goals, but I think they try more on counter. They have pacing wingers. Well, you have Michael Olise. You have on a normal day, you have Luis Diaz. So these are players that you can just try to.
And Harry Kane, he does it whichever you want. Pace,
he's there.
Gradual build up, anyhow.
So I think they might. It can happen. They might have more, but I just feel that it's very difficult to say that this team will dominate the other team. Both teams are, whether in the midfield, whether in the defense, whether in the attack, they are complete. They are both solid. They are both solid everywhere. And the defense, you can say Arsenal are more solid at the back, and Bayern Munich are more dangerous up front in terms of how the number of goals they've scored this season. They've scored more goals.
Maybe even a matter of best defense against
this attack. But overall, who is more disciplined? I think I would say Arsenal are more disciplined. Look at the number of goals they've considered. They've not really considered more goals, and they're still scoring goals. They scored 4 over the weekend against their arch rival, North London neighbor, Tottenham Hotspur, even without their main striker.
And also, so that their goalkeeper can he be disciplined?
Right. Raya with the bullet. I mean, Tottenham was scored twice now. Giving him from.
So I would just say that this game, maybe this game will be the standout fixture of match the 5 of the Champions League because of the fact that we are talking about 2 best teams currently. One is unbeaten.
It's like a Champions League final material.
Honestly, final before final. One is unbeaten across the competition. The other is unbeaten in the Champions League. Arsenal also they've only lost 1 game this season across the competition to Liverpool. So I just feel that it's going to be a balanced game for the very first time in recent years that we have this fixture being balanced. We can never have that. We can never have it at a better time. This is a better time for both clubs to show us who's got that status of being a champion. Because whoever wins that game, we can begin to see the person as a potential winner of this year for Champions League.
Definitely. And for her, let's talk about what I was going to talk about before. That's the front line for Arsenal. Do you see anything changing because you know that a couple of players could be available. We have been hearing a lot about the Bayern who's been back in training. It was not in their match day squad in the last week. Madueke is back. I think he made a bench appearance against Tottenham Hotspur. Does he come into a start? Does he have his first start since coming back? Who leaves? I'm thinking of a front line where Mikel Merino doesn't play first line. Maybe where Trossard is moved to first line. We know it's a position he can also play. Where Trossard plays first line and Noni Madueke goes left. Or do you see Ateta sticking with Trossard on the left, Merino first line, and everyone other person comes from the left?
So I think if you want to enjoy playing against the Bayern defense, you have to have someone that can actually pressure them.
Run at them.
Yeah, actually run at them. And if you are having a Merino as the first line, the Bayern.
You rather fall back into midfield than
the Bayern defense will have the field day because there's somebody to actually stop them. So I just feel you might want to go with Trossard as the first line. That's if Gyökeres is not available. You might want to go with Trossard as the first line, and also let's not forget, probably on the wings, as fullbacks, we have Conrad Laimer and I think Stanisic. And so if you want to enjoy, if you want to have players that can run at them, you want to go with someone probably like a Martinelli that will give Conrad Laimer.
But the absence of a Martinelli,
Madueke
will be that man.
Yeah, Madueke can also
do that. He loves to run.
So I just feel you might want to go with Trossard as the first line or Madueke on the wings.
Trossard as the first line, Madueke as the wings. Okay, now let's talk about outcomes now. I mean, I think the last game we did was easier. This is the real deal.
This is difficult to predict, honestly. Two
teams flying right now. It's hard to give it to anyone.
I will not be shocked if this game ends in a draw. Honestly,
it's a score draw, definitely.
Yeah, maybe 1-1 or 2-2. But it will not be goalless draw. It will not be goalless draw.
So you think both teams may still keep their unbeaten status
in the Champions League. Honestly, because I mean, it's difficult to predict. We cannot say that because Arsenal are playing at the Emirates Stadium, they are unbeatable. And so even though I think in the past 13 or since they got back to Champions League, they've not lost at home in the Champions League. They made their return, I think in 2018 or so. They've not lost at home. So they will still want to maintain that home record at home. And then
does it help that maybe company, even though he came with a lesser side, does it help that maybe company has a full knowledge of this Arsenal side?
Well, he has been in the Premier League as a player. He played against them,
and as a coach also with Burnley.
So that also gives him an edge in this one in terms of understanding your opponents more.
But not enough edge to win.
Not enough edge, but I mean understanding of the team you want to play against.
He understands the coach also. He has played against twice.
As a player, as a manager.
And he is somebody that even knew at Manchester City.
Yes, and most of the players in their camp, especially all these Trossard, they are Belgian players. But Trossard is Belgian. So I mean he knows them. So maybe that can also affect or influence his tactical
he's able to get into Ateta's head more.
Exactly. How he's going to approach this game, that understanding of the club and the culture of English football can maybe influence his decision.
He knows what his players have to do.
And then don't forget Harry Kane.
This is someone that knows Arsenal very well. Not London Derby.
Arsenal will collect to score. But they didn't know me, Shabo.
And let's not forget, there's also this
Olise versus Easy.
I mean, there are so many people. These are two former Crystal Palace, and this is what it means to step up.
Honestly.
These are two former Crystal Palace now playing at the biggest stage with the big boys and doing big things. Olise with a hat-trick. Assists during the weekend. Eze with a hat-trick. Two players, formerly teammates, at the very peak of their form right now against each other. So far, how do you think this game turns out?
Well, I'm going with Bayern Munich 4-1 over Arsenal.
Wait, 4-1?
Yes.
We'll say it again.
Bayern Munich 4-1 over Arsenal.
Total demolition at the Emirates Stadium.
Emirates, they are going to bring it down.
If that happens,
they will carry Tipper, bring them down.
4-1. Okay.
Well, another thing that can also affect how Arsenal will play that game is maybe they have another big game ahead of them on Sunday.
They shouldn't be thinking about
They said that was one-sided.
They will beat Chelsea.
They said they are not even thinking about Bayern Munich, they are thinking about Chelsea.
How would you be thinking about Chelsea?
They will beat Chelsea down.
At the end of the day, even Chelsea have their own big game. So at the end of the day, just focus on what's in front of you. But then that could also be, I won't be surprised if I see some key players being rested by Arteta just so.
Now Premier League did that guy ahead.
But if they miss Premier League and
if they lose Bayern Munich tomorrow,
they can still catch
they are still in the Champions League. They will still qualify, to play. They will still qualify and stop it teams.
Right, yeah.
So they just anything can happen. But I just feel that can also influence his selection tomorrow. But I don't see 4-1 demolition. It's not going to happen.
Well,
that game we end in a draw for me.
Then you've heard it. Two men who knew each other very well. Vincent Kompany was the captain of Manchester City when Mikel Arteta was the assistant manager. Now face off in the Champions League against each other. Who gets the better of the other one? Mikel Arteta was the managing first, but they said no, because he first couple is the weekend. So at the end of the day, it's not about. I remember when Guardiola was wiping Alex Ferguson and his hands were shaking. So no person will first start the normally they do.
Companies every wipe hand now.
So that was
4-1.
This far, if this thing happens, but then that's what the guys in the studio think. City Boy thinks it's going to be a draw. What fast things will wipe wipe Arsenal. What do you think? Arsenal welcomes Bayern Munich, or should I say Harry Kane's Bayern?